Hey, traders. Happy Monday. Hope you're having a good day. Just starting the stream with your favorite asset of all time, Bitcoin, at very critical levels, as you can clearly see. I made that kind of clear, right? I mean, that initial low February 9th, the low from February 28th, you're now at that again. You got within a couple $100 of testing January 8th's high for the first time ever. You didn't quite get there, so you gotta wonder. I mean, like, dude, if you're that close, don't you think it's very, very possible you would test it? Look, 41,977. Look how low we got. We got to 42,121. Yeah, before bouncing some, not too much. But currently at this time, trying to break back above 43,687, and now you're attempting to back test it as support, which is a that one low from February 10th. Okay, so we're at the, I mean, this is, now of course it could certainly keep going down, right? I'm not saying that, but this is not a strategic area to be selling your crypto, right? I mean, like, weren't there better areas to be selling crypto, breaking below critical supports, hitting resistances and failing a multitude of times? I mean, at these points, it's like, it's starting to become higher risk for anyone. Think about someone trying to short right now. It's high risk. You're just at an inflection point where a reversal could occur. Definitely not saying that's gonna happen, but right, you're just at levels now where, hey, maybe it does sell off more, goes to 40K. 40K is pretty strong, psychological, and there, you know, a couple times there's been price action correlation to it. Below that, though, is where things get kind of scary, right? Where the price action correlation, pretty much all you've ever gotten between 30K, 40K, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, pretty much straight up again. So that's the 40K is the scary place, okay? So with that being said, we're at this level, this point of inflection for Bitcoin, very critical. And we're now showing, I mean, of course, whatever, I'm just telling you, right? There is a low on price, a much lower low on price, lower levels of negative momentum, and it's waning. So that's classic bullish divergence. The RSI is continuing to show bullish divergence at the inflection point at the bottom of the range. So I mean, like, you know, just thinking about it, just if that's going on, isn't it kind of crazy to sell your position based on variables on the chart? But I get it, man. Like, yes, this could further dump. Another argument for maybe why, and I'm not saying, oh, it's time to go to moon. I'm just saying maybe this is a point where a relief rally, a short-term relief rally could occur. You end up making a lower high than previous highs, and you dump again, right? I mean, that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about this end-all be-all. It's time to go to all-time highs. And another thing, I think we hit the 1414 fib extension. Maybe not. We are so close. Dude, that 144 fib extension literally lines up with that January 8th high that we never tested. So close to a level of confluence. So all these things are right here going on. Divergence, fib extensions, critical ice line supports, inflection point. So that's kind of like the analysis on your favorite coin today. Okay, now if we use the other swing low, like the first one, you did hit the 144 fib extension. You used that low right there, the initial low on the second one, the crazy little wick there. You did hit the 144 fib extension, so that's cool. So all this means, again, is like, you know, maybe this is a point that would make sense for a short-term relief rally, maybe, and then, you know, you make that lower high, much lower high than the previous high, you dump again, and maybe we get like a much more substantial local double bottom or something, or not, right? It makes the lower high, dumps, and then we just see lower lows again. You just got to think about it, right? What just happened from all-time highs April 14th to the low point of April 25th? 30% depreciation of value on the asset in a 12-day period. We now have, from your recent high from May 8th or so, this asset has lost about 30% of its value, about the exact same amount of its value, I mean, at least price-wise, in less than 12 days. In 9 days, the asset, it's 9 days, whatever. You could even say 7 days from that last top. In a week, it's lost 30% of its value. So very proportionate sell-offs. I think you could agree just by looking at it, right? It's the exact same price from its high to low. Wow. And guess what happened? On a 30% drawdown, or nearly 30% drawdown, bullish divergence developed, and a short-term relief rally occurred. Pattern completion zone, the Cyber 2, right? So just say it, man. Like, though it, yes, of course, it could keep going lower. Man, if you're still holding the asset all the way down, it's like, it's just not a strategic area to be selling crypto based on all these things, even though, of course, it could keep going lower. All right, that's not really the, I don't know, the topic of discussion that's most important today. Even though it's Bitcoin, it needs to do those things for what I'm going to talk about to be successful. And it's altcoins across this market. Many of them are outperforming the crap out of Bitcoin. They're not making lower highs, lower lows. They're only still making higher highs, higher lows. And now they're getting to deep retrace levels. So let's go to Ethereum. Okay, can y'all hear me? Is this thing on? Is this stream live? I don't even know. Okay. We're good. Okay, we're live. So here's Ethereum. You know, it's crazy, right? I mean, it was like that downsloping demand line. You fell out a couple times, and now you're trying to back test it. You're holding it. And, you know, I mean, like, whatever. This is extremely bullish consolidation. Of course, it's just dragging down with Bitcoin. Bitcoin holds any. Ethereum's going back above 3,500 to go test the supply line at 3,700. Good news, not the best news. I mean, it's just good news. Is like your MACD is kind of still trying to show. I mean, bullish divergence. Obviously, the negative moment could just build again, whatever, you know. But you know, rallies, makes another lower high. You know, you go to positive momentum, you sell off again, you get like triple MACD bullish divergence. I mean, and it's down at like 3K or lower. You know, still inside the structure. So at least, I mean, maybe in the short term there could be a relief rally. See what I'm saying? It's okay news. It's not like the best because the RSI is not oversold. It hasn't been oversold since April 18th. And it's certainly not showing any kind of bullish divergence at all. It's just mainly bearish convergence. So, yeah, you're correcting some after an extremely gorgeous markup. You know, you took a long at 2150. You're still up a ton. Thanks for the 1,000 tuned in. So we're just getting kind of revved up. I've been live 13 minutes. And I think you could understand kind of where I'm coming from Or obviously nothing's certain, but at least there's somewhat promising variables going on at these really low levels where, again, in 7 days, Bitcoin has lost 30% of its value. Not as bad on altcoins. Okay, that's your Ethereum. Still trying to hold on to a demand line. It's not going to hold if Bitcoin dumps further. It will hold very well if Bitcoin gets a short-term relief rally, which there's indication that it might. Litecoin, you know, it's getting closer to that really critical ice line from 2018. And it's getting a deeper retraces from its previous discernible swing low from April 22nd, right? It's like 78% retrace, maybe. You know.
China.
I was waiting for the dip so long I was starting to grow mushrooms out of my
Now that's an
ass.
image.
What an image.
What an image.
But
There you
I
go.
think
You
we're
knew.
going lower. Anyways, hey, do you like baseball, Mitch? I got 2 tickets to a Yanks game tonight. You should call 0.0115550.
I'm a Padres fan. Padres? Yeah, dude. You're effing going. Anyway, yeah. Thank you, Vito. Don't get caught. Okay, you're living a very promiscuous double life, Vito. Anyway, not gonna spoil it for anybody. So I mean, it's an XABCD, but I think it's more so of an 886. Like it's a bat. It'd be a bat if anything, or shark, bat or shark. So that means 886 for sure. All right, I'm just talking about. Let's go from that previous low to high. They hadn't even hit a 786 yet, so it's close. It's just not one that's amazing right now. Like there are ones that like we're gonna go over today that are like at the levels that where this gray line is. They're there. They're at 88% retraces. They're in the same type of really bullish trend as Litecoin. They're better. They look better. Yeah, I mean a little bit of MACD divergence looks like it's going on. Bullish divergence on and none on the RSI. Looks almost identical to Ethereum's RSI. So, still looks like it could fall a little further, at least 250, and then 230 is the 886. So, not quite there yet. But yeah, I mean, maybe it's got its own little demand line it's trying to hold on to. If you kind of go similar to Ethereum, you can see that it's not really conventional. I know I like normally you get the peak, and then after that peak and the sell-off occurs, the first anchor point for the bottom would be like that low from the high. So we're doing a little differently, and so you just kind of got that going on. It's just an idea, where you have downsloping price contraction, which is normally bullish, but I think it's a little too early to tell, but it's trying to hold on, just like Ethereum's trying to hold on. Okay, there are assets with better value areas than Litecoin, though Litecoin's extremely bullish trend. That's undeniable, right? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. But this is the same formula on the last little wave we got, right? Before Bitcoin crapped out, we had a bunch of different altcoins that gave tremendous opportunity. And you see this wave here on Litecoin. There were many others from their previous lows to highs. They went down 88% of the way, and they're doing it again. Holy crap.
Thanks for the daily TA.
Golden Doomer, thank you for the $5 super chat. I'm glad it didn't say Golden Doomer, right? Lots of Doomers out there these days. Okay, it's Litecoin, Bitcoin. We gotta look at XRP because it's up today, and it looks very strong compared to many other assets, where most assets now have rolled over and are going to deeper levels. XRP has decided to make a higher low than the previous low. I'm talking like a lot of these altcoins are doing this, right? And they're near those levels back from late April. XRP didn't do that. So an outperformer in kind of bearish conditions. I'm talking about macro short-term bearish conditions. Yeah, because lower highs, lower lows, 30% drawdown in a week. Yeah, that's bearish conditions. So this thing's doing pretty freaking well, holding here, and above 150 is awesome.
Hey Mitch, can we have a look at Plug Power Incorporated on NASDAQ? Interesting history all the way back to 2000. Thank you.
We'll look at Plug, which I think was like a boom bust.
Hey Mitch,
right?
Presley, Hermie, and Ellen DeGeneres want to know what you think about Kusama KSM/USDT. Thanks, Chief.
What? Ellen DeGeneres. Thanks so much, Ellen DeGeneres. And Princess Presley, or I don't know, these are words and I'm kind of like, what? What's going on here? We'll look at that. Oh, Presley Prince. Sorry, not Princess Presley. My bad. Yeah, KSM. We'll look. Alright, so it's not, I don't know if you could really say it's at a strategic entry point. You know? Like, how do you justify it? It hit a 618 or 50% from the previous low to high. So the cipher idea was awesome. It just too strong. And if Bitcoin rolls over, XRP is gonna get that deep retrace that we want. So that we would prefer if we were trying to take a strategic long, right? So I just, you know, above 150 is really bullish. I think it could go to $2, but how could it in these market conditions if Bitcoin does not catch that short-term relief rally? I think if Bitcoin catches a short-term relief rally, runs up to maybe 50K to test it as resistance, man, these altcoins going to go wild again. But again, like right here, it's like, hey, at 150, should I go long? It's like kind of like, where do you set your stop up? You just set your stop up below 134. I guess one could do that, but then it's like, again, right? Someone's like, I'm gonna go long now, but what if, like, you know, again, Bitcoin takes a turn for the worse, continues to sell off, and then this happens, right? A beautiful bat pattern.
This is the real Elon Musk.
Down here at like 97 cents. You know, you get stopped out, then it dumps, and then it gets here. It's like, we re-long. Oh, what's up, Elon, dude?
Is that a joint?
You heard wrong. I'm probably someone who's talked the least amount about Elon since all this happened, right? I've been pretty quiet about Elon. No man should have that much influence on a market, so that shows you how, I don't know, how like immature and how small the market cap is collectively to the world. I don't know. Like, at some point, you know, you would think in the future, Bitcoin crypto will get so large, the market cap will get so high that, you know, it's just going to be real tough for someone to do what Elon's been able to do in the past, you know, few weeks or couple months, you know, with his tweets and stuff. So, okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like, man, it's like not really a value entry. Maybe you could set up a stop below 134, but then it falls below 134 and then hits 96 cents. And you're like, okay, it's a beautiful bullish structure in a bullish trend, and this is exactly where you want to see them. Higher highs, higher lows, over and over and over again. And then after a big correction, the XABCD presents itself, and that's where the long gets taken. Not up here, but okay, whatever. We'll see. You know. Gonna be hard for XRP to get down to those levels if somehow Bitcoin catches a short-term relief rally here, right? It would probably do very well. Okay, that was XRP, just cause. Real quick, you know, we gotta look, man, at, you know, getting depressed here. We gotta look at something that did something amazing today, something extraordinary, and it's gold. Gold has done what, chat? It has finally broken out. Yes, we have Jesus chimed for a breakout of a 200+ day correction. We've been confined within the parameters of this structure for 283 days. You know, it had to be created and stuff, but you get what I'm saying, right? 283 day correction. You broke out, man. You're above 1800. Anything above 1800 is pretty bullish, is good, man. And so now, where do you think it's headed? It's headed to 1900. It's got unfinished business. It's got to go test the old all-time high back from 2011, 2012 to see if it could continue this amazing rally, or if it's just going to back test the false breakout from before dumping again to 1800. Okay, so that is upon us. That's probably where it's headed. I mean, you just, you know, the gold setup May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, dude, right? It was just a small structure, but where the structure was strategic, you know. Here we go, man. 2 targets hit, one more 1900, just because, like, it's an inflection point where a reversal could occur.
Please, can you let me know if I should be selling the miniature dog to buy some? Thank you, my lovely Paris.
What's up, Paris? Thanks for the 20. What do you mean, what happened to Cream? Nothing happened to Cream. It didn't get obliterated? Is that what you were hoping for? Nice! Oh my god! Nice! Guess what came in? My Tesla tequila. Jesus chimes. I sent it. I didn't know where I was going to be living at this time when I ordered it because of the moving and stuff, so I sent it to my parents' house. They just sent me a picture. Wow, so happy. That is amazing. Okay. Oops, gotta use that button. The bottom, the bottom right. When you go over, someone like brought this up to me, but like when you want to scale back to the current price, there's this little button there on the right, and it'll take you right back to it. So actually, I don't know, man. Doing this every day, sometimes you just don't. These are little quality of life things. Okay. So nice on gold, but even better on silver. Even better on silver that had a really good, was up like almost 3% today. You know, we're talking about $30 eventually. $30. You know, you're going to have ups and downs, but what's going to happen is eventually this wave will end, it'll pull back, it'll just end up making a substantially higher low than the previous low and then go again, man. It's silver, it's not going to be like a crypto. You know, it's slow and steady wins the race. It's better than having cash, you know, being in the XAG or SLV. It was $250. The Tesla tequila. Yeah, dude. I'm supporting Elon buying the maybe I like the bottle. I like the bottle and the novelty. It's a conversation piece. So when people walk in to my place and they go over to the bar and they see it right there, like, what is that, man? That's interesting, unique. It's like, oh, we're gonna have a conversation about it and talk about it. Maybe it'll get us into crypto talk. I mean, what, you know, dude, I'm not opening it. I'm not gonna drink it. When I ordered it, no one hated Elon. Like, all the people that hate Elon now didn't hate him. So, and I don't really care. Like, I have the same feelings about Elon then than I do now, because I don't really, again, to hate something means you have to put in effort to do it, and it's just, I don't want to put in effort to hating somebody, you know. It's
what
like,
do you think?
What's up, 1E up, 1, we'll look at PERL. Okay. Dude, it's going below 40. Watch, dude. Okay, yeah, we know it's very, very possible. Like, it's real. I'm just telling you, you're at inflection points. You know, 40K 42K be tested. You know, 40K is that other high from January 13th, 14th. So yeah, dude, I get it. But at the same time, if you were holding all this way down, it'd be kind of not. I mean, you know, whatever. I'm not giving people financial advice or anything. I'm just telling you based on the variables I showed, like, it's starting to get a little tired. A little bit. And either way, man, like, I think, you know, it goes down to 35K, 32K, whatever. I think it's a dollar cost average situation where one's never going all in, right? Or taking a whole position and allocating it on the same day into Bitcoin, right? If they're wanting to get in. One's now at this point just layering in very, very small amounts. Not much, man. Nothing, like very small percentages of what you were that you have dry powder available if you want to participate in this market, right? And I think, all right, doing that strategically, layering in with a small amount of capital over, you know, time will be really good in 6 months. I think it will be like in a 6 month period. If you're just DCAing in, you'll probably be up, you know, but that's 6 months. So you got to think about your outlook, or you can't think about, oh, what's Bitcoin going to be tomorrow? I mean, you know, whatever. Like, if you're right, there's swing trading, and then there's like, you know, another strategy of like, hey, how do I participate in this market on this dump? I think that's the only way to do it now, right? Because we really are on the other side of the fence on Bitcoin, are we not? I mean, an asset that went from $3,850 to $3,850 to $64,000 in a year. yeah, I mean, you can't be surprised if it continues to mark down at these levels. You can't.
Looks like it's gonna moon soon like my baby doge.
So, Gene, yep. We'll look at it. I mean, it looks great, but again, like, it won't matter when Bitcoin decides to fall apart, you know, if it just wants to capitulate. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like at this point, if you hit these very strong inflection points, right, and you can't hold on and you start dumping, I mean, you could get mild forms of capitulation, right, because of the lack of support in between $30,000 $40,000. So, hold on, my music stopped. Everyone having a good Monday besides that? We okay? Maybe. Y'all okay? All right. So yeah, dude, let it fall apart. Let it drop, you know, in 7 days instead of 30%. Let it go down 40%. Whatever, man. My Monday's been good. A lot of scanning, and it's made me happy. Like, it's made me really, like, kind of excited in ways because of just the structures that have developed, not on Bitcoin, but on other assets on this market. We can look at Matic, which is not at value areas, but God, it looks like it's flagging or like bull flagging. It's crazy. Matic's been definitely an umbrella in the storm, hasn't it been? Okay, so guess we can get to request. If you want, I guess let's look at the S&P 500 for 10 seconds. You know, say hi to it. Hey, nice money printer going burr. Didn't do much anything today. Right after that pivot last week. Back above 41.22. I think anything above 41.22 is great. It's good. You know, and you know, it's not really holding on to anything. It's near the top of a structure. It did not quite fill a gap. The gap at 41.87 probably going to happen before before it reverses to the downside more or breaks it and runs. So the gap fill's coming. You know, it's so close to it. Okay, so nothing notable on the index funds or anything. But yeah, Tesla is continuously getting beaten down. Comcast, Charter, AT&T got wrecked. Then you had Ford, ConocoPhillips, DuPont, ExxonMobil. Yeah, energy, dude. Energy is amazing. Energy's so good. Okay, just wanted to look at that for a second. Now we'll go to requests. So crypto, traditional markets, commodities, or just gold, so precious metals. All right, look at that. Oh, we gotta look at total. Look at total while and look at this, dude.
Oh, would you look at that?
Total, man, hitting that demand line. Okay, here we go. Time to start Monk S a little bit. At a demand line, there were a lot of bids that came in, off that demand line where it rallied up over 2 trillion. But now, Bitcoin's just sliding again. You can't catch any bids. It's very, very weak right now. So the whole market's just, it's rough, dude. Another critical horizontal level, if this can't hold, it's a couple different spots, 2 different little peaks looking left. That'd be a zone of congestion on total. Yes, I like totals. You'd want to see that 1.71, $1.81 trillion market cap hold. That would be not good, breaking that. That's a strong level. Very, very strong. Okay, that's just, I'm saying that's where you're headed if you break the demand line. You're going to be testing that for a while before breaking it down. So we're bouncing off it, okay? All right. Okay, mega inflection point on this asset. This is the first request. It's KSM. No value. Certainly no value. Right? Anytime an asset's literally at its all-time highs after going from, to $300 from its lowest point to just as when an asset in 21 days appreciates in value 119% in value, right? 3 weeks. It's just, you know, I look at this and it's like no value, premium. You'd be paying high premium at a major potential reversal area, right? Where, hey, it's great, man. What a run. It'll pull back. You bounced off other supports, 488, you know, high from March 24th, April 3rd, and you bounced. And, you know, there was maybe some hidden bullish divergence argument going on, definitely. High or low. But the issue is, it's just hard justifying an entry now. And that's like kind of why you watch the stream. We're looking for decent entry levels for longs on assets, you know. I mean, we do technical analysis, you know, I can draw a channel and stuff, but I'm just telling you, we're looking for a bunch of variables that are lining up at a certain spot that makes sense, that could be advantageous for the swing trader, and this is just not at those levels right now. So I guess I would just do on KSM. That's great though, dude. If it breaks 567, which it has not been able to do for the greater part of a week, if it can break it, whoa, look out, dude. $700, $800. How you gonna do it? How's the asset gonna do that with Bitcoin dumping? It's just right, like your fib extensions. I mean, 646, 687, 745 are up there. You just can't crack it. You've like failed a multitude of times break. So that means the downside potential is, there's a lot of downside potential where you could eventually see 369 to 300 again, you know?
Bitcoin bearish divergence in double candlestick top on monthly time scale, giving me some real 2017-2018 vibes here.
I don't know, man. Nothing to me seems like 2017, 2018 if you look at the weekly. Dude, that bull trend lasted for 18 plus months. You got overbought, and then we went back to neutral like 5 different times. Bitcoin's only done it like once here. So I think that we're in a two-parter of the cycle, and we've ended the first part of the cycle. It's over. You know, you missed the first part of the run, which was like life-changing. Hopefully you were able to make money in the past 6-7 months, and you've done something wise with the gains you've made. And if you didn't get an opportunity, then stick around. Wait. Patience required. That's what you should have been doing before the first cycle, is being patient, waiting around for opportunity. You know, higher highs, higher lows again. You just don't have it on Bitcoin right now, and it's just pulling back, man. Healthy. It's gotta happen. You gotta get out all this NFT scam moon coin crap. That's gotta get wrecked, man. Those people gotta get obliterated. They gotta lose their life savings, be in debt, okay? They gotta get out. We gotta, I don't know, man. It's just kind of like a healthy part of the cycle, getting out the people taking the highest risks. Those people were definitely, some of those people towards the end here, like recently, I don't know, the past like couple months, they were yielding the greatest results, taking the highest risk, and that's not normal market conditions, and those people need to be obliterated. And they always are in the end. When the market conditions go back to normal, which we're kind of getting back to more normal market conditions, yeah, man, they got to lose it all. Okay, so think about it like that. Got to wipe them out. Okay, that's KSM. Moving on to the next one.
Bow to your sensei.
Oh, okay, yeah, this one got wrecked. It's still been getting wrecked. God. But it is a kind of an interesting spot, I think, based on this trend line I have. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, it's like we had this. Yeah. It was crazy. It was like all this divergence, this wedge. God, look how it hit the bottom again, engulfed, and is now broken out. Broke out of the wedge, man. You know, somewhat of a falling wedge, right? And below the 200-day moving average, 24.25. What is that? 24.25 going back to yesteryear. It's just some ice line from August 2007. Can we go back further? Nope. No, that's it. So that's what it's doing. It's trying to break back above some critical ice line, and it's trying to hold it as support. Problem is there's a lot of chop around here, right? Around these parts between $25 and $44. So yeah, it's like, you know, you missed the real big run. You're in the correction phase now, and this correction could continue. Right, you fall back below 24.25. I mean, there's not much support till like 12.66. So cool. It broke out of a small wedge. No idea how it's going to perform, right? I mean, it's got to recapture its previous highs at $30. And then it's got to make a higher low. It's just making lower highs, lower lows for now. So it's really tough to confirm that any sort of reversal is occurring from this correction it's been in since the buying climax January, late January this year. Been correcting ever since. So yeah, I mean, if you were talking about just a measured move, right, of a small falling wedge, right, measuring from the base, the bottom to the top, from the breakout, it's a way to size it up. If you were a gambling man, you wanted to play plug, one was playing it, then the target 100% measure move would be 43.53. We'll see if it plays out. You know, it's, again, I think just based on the previous low, the major center swing low down there to the high, I think there's a lot deeper value areas, 850, 1266, where you're talking about harmonic stuff, deep value. Yeah, great, man. It could run up and hit that. You could even, this could all play out, and it still makes a lower high than the previous highs, and then dumps again to lower lows. So corrections just kind of ongoing, but yeah, a nice little structural breakout. Cool. All right, let's see here, man. How many requests today? Y'all taking it easy on me, huh? Hey, I like H-bar back above 30 cents. That was a nice request, but, you know, it's like, at the same time, it's down 12% today. It's bearishly engulfing on the daily. It's establishing, and it's below 30 cents, so I don't like it anymore. Yeah. Look, man, it was kind of like a pump and dump thing. It was like definitely a pump and dump. It was like, oh, hey, it's like Nano, dude. Oh, they're energy efficient or something. Hit a 78% retrace and went insane, right? It went from 24 cents or so all the way up to a high of 40 cents. And look at it now. It just back tested 30 cents as support. Very strong. Then rallied, made a lower high than the previous high, and is now breaking through it. That's not bullish anymore. There's no edge at all. Chances are this thing's going to see 25 cents at this rate with what Bitcoin's doing. Okay, again, the daily showing bearish engulfing candle. That'll be confirmed in an hour and 15 minutes. And that engulfing candle, if all stays the same, will be closing below the critical area, I think. So it just, hey, eventually maybe it makes a higher low than, you know, 23 cents. And then, okay, pivots and runs again. But you just got to think about, like, kind of, it's like a bearish Gartley or something that just happened, right? From this high to low here. It's a little deep, right? A little deep, but a 786, 886. Yeah, I mean, it's XABCD, not really any kind of formal harmonic. So, I don't know. Paris Hilton, thank you for the 20 again. All right.
Noise! Can we get an analysis on Bitcoin Cash? Thank you, Mitch. Monkus.
Monkus indeed, Matthias. I didn't even know you could do that. Monkus on TTS. That's crazy. Thank you, man. You're the first ever, I think. Maybe. Oh, is that true?
I'm down in Aston Martin, the entry level ones.
You're down a luxury British sports car. Get wrecked, dude. I'm sorry. Okay. Next one. I mean, again, H-bar, like, hey, great pump, man. Like, same with Nano's actually way better than H-bar. Like, Nano's way better than H-bar. Still making higher lows. It looks great, man. It hit 2 of the 3 targets. There's still a 3rd target to be hit, and it still looks promising to happen down the road on Nano. Based on what it's doing right now. All right, next one. 1,200 people tuned in. The hype is dead, man. It's over. I think I'm shadow banned too, so whatever. Go figure, right? So surprising. Yeah, this is just one of those, man, that like, God, it's like it had its run, it's fun in the sun, and it's over now. It's like correction time. Yeah, you're like, is it double bottoming? I mean, that's the question, right? Is it double bottoming? Is it next ABCD, kind of? What's up, Matthew L, dude? Dang, man. Thank you, dude. Thanks for those loonies.
Make it all back with Dollar Cream.
We'll see, dude. I mean, it's outperforming so well. It's holding on so well, but at some point, if Bitcoin just keeps dumping, I mean, it might just fall out, right? It just might just say, nope. Like, we can't do it. Bearish conditions. They're too bearish, man. It's like the umbrella might just finally get blown away. And I'm just... So with this one on PERL, Pearl, something like Oyster Coin or something stupid. Yeah, you gotta wonder. But here's the thing, right? If it can't hold this area, you know, there's fib extensions that could take it to much lower levels. Right? Think about the 1272 is at 73 cents. I'm sorry, 7.3 cents. The 1414 is at 6.2 cents. The golden mean ratio is at 4.6 cents. Those are a lot. They make a lot of sense, right down there, because it's like straight up, straight down, straight up stuff. So critical levels, it's kind of diverging. This thing's gonna get devastated if Bitcoin wants to go to 40K and below. It's just got no chance. So the cutoff for PERL is 8.7 cents. Below that is, again, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. So below 8.7 cents is 5.6 cents, like minimum. So that's a substantial amount of value loss, percentage anyway. Yeah, dude. I get it though, right? I mean, like, let's just say this, say like that. That's like the doomer talk, right? I mean, this, you know, that's the being pessimistic or just being more real about things. Like, Bitcoin is not catching many bids right now at a very critical inflection point. Not yet. So there's still always downside potential, more downside potential. But like, yeah, the other idea is, hey man, Bitcoin catches those bids that it hasn't caught yet. You know, you smoke some hopium, yeah, potential double bottom at a low risk area. Yeah, daily looks amazing too, potentially in time, but I'm saying the asset could go, it probably will go test 8.7 cents at least once on a lower low. And at some point, I mean, I think right below that's like 7.8 cents, which is the 200-day moving average. So you think there's still more downside on this, and it's just going to be like an X, A, B, then C will develop somewhere, right? One of the waves, right? The lower low wave, and then, you know, that divergence will develop, and then it'll make a really nice retrace, a 78-88% retrace, big bearish cipher or something. You know, and then you could say also like a dragon in time. But again, it could go much, much lower first, right, to get those fib extensions. Yeah. So yeah, man, I'm gonna get it. I understand why you requested it, and it's not a bad request. You know, it's not like something like KSM, which is at a high risk, high premium area, inflection point, went up 100% past like 2 weeks. You know, it's like not like that at least, but it's kind of like you're on the other side of the fence. A correction after a buying climax can last for a while. Go look at gold, see what it did. It lasted for almost a year. You know, like 2/3 plus of a year after its buying climax of 2200 or whatever it was, you know. So it just, corrections are a process. They take time, and very well this one could be in that process of correction where it could go much, much lower. Your critical area to watch 8.7 cents. Anyway, moving on. All right, sorry.
Noise!
Would you mind looking at sushi/death, please, Mitch? Thank very much.
Tanny, thank you, dude. Sushi to Ethereum, if you want, we'll look at it, sure. But we're gonna get to the next one, which again, it's like It's promising to a certain extent, but the issue is Bitcoin. There's no way it'll play out. Never. It'll never play out with Bitcoin failing. Okay? Yeah, be sure to join the Discord if you haven't, because people like complain in the or in the YouTube comments when the video goes static. I'm not getting alerted. It's like you're literally never listening to me on stream then, because I keep saying YouTube will fail you. You will not get notified many times when I go live. So you want to be a part of the Discord because you will certainly be notified when I go live. You'll never miss a stream. Because you'll get, oh, hey man, he's live. I don't have to rely on YouTube. Perfect. So that's why you join the Discord. And there's like 13,000 plus members in there anyway that love technical analysis and charts and stuff. Why would you not want to be a part of a community that share very similar interests that you have, right? Just saying. We all want to grow together. So I was saying, like, yeah, this will never play out with the way Bitcoin is. It'll never play out. It's just going to fail. Like everything else will fail. And the problem is, where it was earlier today was a lot better, right? This Iceland's congestion area from 2018 was so critical. But now you're below it, and it's going to keep falling with Bitcoin.
I've watched the whole series over 90 times. Ever notice P-Bomb pins the arrow reflection at Tony's mom's wake? When Furio and Chrissy are talking. Little Easter egg. 0.01159600 LTC.
Reflection at Tony's... No, his reflection, what, at on the thing? Like, I know Junior's reflection, and then, you know, then Mikey Palmisi comes up and freaks him out, you know, startles him. But, no, I don't remember his reflection. Wait, that wasn't his mom's wake, though. Sorry. No, I'll have to look back on that little Easter egg. Thanks, dude. Tony. So yeah, below the ice line you needed to be above, right? April 2018, multiple times, right? Look, June 2018, multiple times. You gotta get above that. You gotta hold that. You will if Bitcoin holds here. It will not hold if Bitcoin dumps here. So it's just kind of like if one was wanting to take a small wager on the market recovering, I mean, ICX would have been a good horse to bet on, right? But it's down 9% today too, which is nice. But again, dude, it's just beholden to Sauron. This is simply just a Nazgul, okay? It's owned by Bitcoin. Property of Bitcoin is ICX, like most other coins. So it's at the pattern completion zone of a bullish cipher. At the same time, there was and still is kind of divergence going on the MACD, and I really like the high volume signature you're receiving at this critical level, you know?
It's during his mom's wake. Furio makes a comment about the TV show Survivor, and someone closes a door, and you see his reflection in the door. Definitely check it out. 0.01159600 LTC.
Okay. That was so funny. My favorite part of that was Chrissy, or just Janice, right? Trying to get everyone to speak about Olivia. Didn't go well. Thanks, man. Is Nazgul and S-Coin? They're all Nazgul, dude. For the most part. So this is your ICX. Look, it was requested. I mean, it's like a setup, but like, you know, setups are gonna fail, especially when the macro is like, no, I'm not done. I lost 30% of my value in 7 days. Nah, that's not good enough. I'm going down 38% in 8 days. That could easily happen. No trade setup could play out. Not really. It doesn't matter how promising it looks, and that's why it's so important to understand position sizing, right? And if anything, you really just like, if these 4-hour structures, this divergence in the 4 hours not playing out in these corrections, what do you want to do? You want to stop, breathe, and then go to the daily. And if these 4-hour divergencies keep failing, you got to understand, you got to wait for the daily then. The dailies needs to show an edge. Because if the 4-hour keeps failing and failing, you got to wait for the daily. The dailies, it could, like, at any time, if Bitcoin decides to pivot and reverse for a relief rally, it's going to usher in MACD bullish divergence. But the issue is now on Bitcoin, it's been selling off so much, so bad, that if it keeps selling off, goes to like 37, 38K, it will invalidate any form of bullish divergence on the MACD. It's getting real close now. So it's like you're either soon going to have a nice edge on Bitcoin on the daily, and it's going to be the first time since like 2019, or there's not going to be an edge because it's going to end up being bearish convergence. I'll show you real quick. Okay. The daily. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm saying. If Bitcoin continues to dump and it falls below, minus 1384 on the MACD histogram, it will be all-time lows or all-time highs on negative momentum on the chart, but it'll also invalidate any potential bullish divergence argument, right? If you make a low on price, and then you make a substantially lower low on price, and then you make lower levels of negative momentum, that's a form of seller exhaustion. At this point, man, it just keeps building, and you keep getting wrecked. And now we're at an inflection point, and the inflection point's just like, whatever, dude. Hey, there's an hour left. Hey, the way it's looking right now, you could see the lowest low of the entire daily candle by close, right? Isn't that how it goes, man? We're streaming, and it's just kind of like very climatic, right? Very like, it's like a movie, man. Stream the daily close. There's oftentimes huge pumps going into the close, tremendous amounts of strength or tremendous amounts of weakness, and it looks like it might be setting up for a lot of weakness. Who knows? You're very close to the lows of the day, the lowest low you've seen since February 8th. Something else that's happening that's very substantial on Bitcoin that I didn't go into at the beginning of the stream. You're oversold officially for the first time since the COVID crash, March 18th. Well over 1 year ago. So, yeah. Welcome to oversold territory, chat. It's been a long time, but it's here. Goes in the chat. You had a high, a higher high, a higher high, and then you made a confirmed lower high on the daily. Very bad. Formed, I'd say, just the psychology of it is you have less market participants that own the asset than they did before. It's a form of distribution. It's not good, at least in the short term. As you can see, 30+% drawdown in 7 days. Faster drawdown than we saw initially from the April 14th low to the bottom April 25th. Faster drawdown. Shorter period of time. Oof. So yeah, I mean, you're just getting so close to 200-day moving. You haven't touched that 200-day moving average, which is currently, it's sitting at 200-day moving average sitting at, it's not showing me. Just eyeball that. 39,550 or so. That's, again, hasn't been tested since literally the date of April 29th, and it wasn't even a test. It was just, it broke it, and then once it broke it, April 29th, 2020, it never touched it again. Hadn't even been close until now. So that's just another level where you could see it run to. You just look left, 40K. The candle high close 40,715. So breaking the last inflection point till, again, 40K probably. So no one bought Bitcoin today, did they? Nope. All right, next one. Yeah, different ball game on this one. This happens, man. This definitely happens from time to time. In all corrections, all cycles in crypto, you've had just a couple, handful or less of coins that will not be doing what Bitcoin's doing. Like Matic. Matic's like yeah, extremely strong looking. I mean, you know, anytime it's continuation, it could fail or whatever, but you just look at it. It's a beautiful bull flag. I mean, for now, until it fails. Like, it looks gorgeous, like a textbook, like someone wrote a book and they made Matic the example of a bull flag. And, you know, it hasn't broken out and may never break out. And you have to understand the premium levels from the previous high to low. You're hitting a 4236 fib extension. That is so... It means you're paying a 423.6% premium on the asset from its previous levels, right? Wow, that's expensive, okay? That's what Fibonacci does. It shows us kind of, is it expensive or is it valuable right now? Is there a value level? Is there a sale on the asset? No sale. So yeah, I mean, like, maybe hidden bullish divergence, you know, it seems like it's developing, right? It's trying to anyway. Like a low, a higher low, and now a much, much higher low with higher levels of negative momentum implies continuation, but with the macro being the way it is, it's definitely going to weigh down on this asset. And who knows, on assets like this, you got to be really careful because, like, if the macro decides to turn it around, like Bitcoin and these altcoins that are showing like 88% retraces and stuff, maybe it does turn around. This is where this thing could buck that and dump, right, and sell off while everything else goes up. And how many times have you seen that happen? The ones that buck the way the overall macro is going, they'll inverse when the other macro, when the macro is reversing too. It'll just be inverse correlated. Okay, passing correlations, inverse correlations, and then eventually they'll all sync back up. It'll get back in line with the rest of the coins. This is the way it's always happened for these ones that are just anomalies on the market. Great though, man. Hit bullish divergence, bull flag. So, I mean, like, if the TA is respected and this continues to develop, I mean, you're talking about, like, a measured move here, you know, kind of, it's not a very large bull pull or whatever. I use candle opens to closes. I don't really use the wicks, you know, to break out. You're talking like a target maybe of, like, 240. I would think the $2 would certainly be a major psychological resistance. So we'll go with that as a target from here. 168, $2, man. You're trying to tell me $2 is just not going to be regarded? It probably will, dude. There you go, man. All right, nice Matic. You know, not a depressing chart, but you know what we're looking for. All right, Bitcoin Cash, next request, I believe. Yep. Bitcoin Cash, like many others, down nearly double digits today, double-digit percentage points. And yeah, I mean, you think like, wow. Below the 200 moving average for the first time since late March on the 4 hour.
Hey,
triple tops.
Down to the wire on QNT/USD daily rising 3 methods. Could be nice if it hits today. Major hidden bullish dip 4-hour chart.
Well, I mean, like many other things, you know, it will probably do very well if Bitcoin can catch a short-term relief rally, right? It will reverse, but Bitcoin wants to capitulate kind of at an inflection point, then nothing will survive. It will be scorched earth, at least for the short term. So at this time on Bitcoin Cash, it's probably like the same thing, you know, like, hey, kind of like Ethereum, down-sloping price contraction, maybe of an idea, but I would think that it's not quite deep enough for those harmonic levels that we want, right? I would think that major discernible swing low is not here from May 4th. I really think it's like here from April 22nd. From the low to high, it's only at a 618, so it's not quite where we want it to be, you know, for a swing trade entry. It's not like ICX. ICX is like, it's indubitable, like there's no doubt it's at a 78% retrace pattern completion zone of a cipher at like kind of a really strong ice line from 2018, right? This isn't like that. This has, you know, you'd prefer it comes down to like 795 or 893. It's just not quite there. It's at the next fib node, the 618. Oh, it could reverse there, just to make a lower high before it eventually dumps to those levels. So that's your Bitcoin Cash, right? I mean, it was like down here, there were many reasons to take a long. It made so much sense, right? Oh, back testing, old resistance as support, divergence, Successful backup, you know, was breaking out of the major range and stuff, falling wedge. It was great, man. I mean, it was awesome. It was like, right, there were just reasons. There was an argument that made sense. You see it, and then it's like it exceeded the third target, you know, hit the 1618, which would have probably been a fourth target if I had plotted it, fourth target, right? And now it's pulling back. It's well below the second target, and this, at one point today, it fell below the first target of the trade set. It was like traders market stuff. So, yeah, but the thing is, like with the trend, look, low, higher low, higher low, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, eventually higher lows again than the previous lows, but maybe an 88% retrace and there'd be more value down there before it goes higher again. So, okay. So Matthew L says he's gonna make it all back with cream. Well, I mean, again, dude, it's like, what can the asset do with the macro so bad? It's just, it can't perform. Can't perform. It's just struggling at the 200 moving average. Might roll over and go see 107, 106 again. You know, at this point, look, I mean, what it did, it rallied. Left shoulder hit, right shoulder now. Still making those higher lows, but by the looks of it right now, it's not. It's like it looks good, and then it just stalls out and just keeps failing to break 151. I hate the inverse spring back test of spring. I don't like that. The up thrust and back test of up thrust, which is really, really critical here. I hate that. Couldn't break it from September 20th last year. So now it's selling off. What's up, Card Donalds? How you doing, man? I remember that. Show me on the chart where Elon touched you, Kava. Thanks for sharing with us every day, man. Thank you, dude, for the merch purse. Enjoy your mug. It makes the coffee substantially better. So it's not dead yet or anything, but you know, I mean, the longer it extends on without catching bids, the more you got to be like, okay, man, it could very well go down to test lows again. You know, congestion area, whatever. It's just really tough for assets to perform in these market conditions if you're talking about longs. Okay, even the bet. This is the bet. Like, if you could bring me this chart on any asset, gold, silver, Amazon, Google, cocoa futures, sugar, Bitcoin, Ethereum, you show me this every single time, the same context, I'm going to be super bullish on it every single time. It's just such a great area to take along for many reasons. Confirmation of accumulation, another harmonic. Remember, this was a trade setup that hit targets within like a day or two. It hit it hit 3 of the 4 targets off this bullish shark. So it's still technically a live trade, right? Because there's one more target at 272 from this one. But, you know, again, a new harmonic developed. So there was like more opportunity. So at this point, man, if you're like a patron that's been participating, like Cream already played out beautifully. So you're just thinking it might play out again. And with a higher low, that gives you more confidence in this asset because this was a lower low than the previous lows, you know? This is like a spring back test of spring of the old congestion area, which gives you, I think, a lot of confidence. But again, it's just not making, locally, it's not making higher highs anymore. It's making kind of a lower local high. It's okay. I think you just remain patient, but again, God, look at this. No one's buying Bitcoin. 0 people are buying Bitcoin right now. No one. So until someone decides, hey man, I actually think it might be a good time to buy Bitcoin. Until that, and they have a lot of money, they could move the market, then nothing's going to play out. Nothing. Not really, dude. All right. I don't know. You can look at this on Coinbase. I don't know if we want to because it may not have data. It probably doesn't have the data. I'm just going to look at it on Oh Boy or something. Sushi to Ethereum. It's been devastated. Deep deep retrace areas, so I understand why you maybe are requesting it, right? But look at that low from September of 2020. It's been support, resistance in November. Look, support in January of this year, and now support again May of this year, this month. Okay, so he requested it because it's probably a 78% retrace as well, right? From the low to high. It certainly is. It is at the pattern completion zone of a bullish cipher. I'm just eyeballing it here. From the X to the A to the B. It's too deep, so it might be a sharp. Here goes Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's gonna get 47 minutes till daily close. How much money you want to bet that it's gonna be at session lows by close? It will be the lowest point since February 8th. Yeah, man. The way it's setting up, dude, that's Asia. They're waking up, dude. It's coming, man. All right. So that would be a shark, right? It's far too deep there. And you'd be like, well, what about this? Then it's a bat. If it's a bat, it's the same PCZ. It's an 886, right? If you did this, it's not even deep enough. 32% is not deep enough on B at all. So this is either a shark or a bat. And the PCZ is actually down here at 2569 ways or whatever, you know. So nice inflection point, right, where it bounced, but and there was an edge too on the daily. This is what you look for on the daily. You look for critical areas to be tested, and after that critical area, the oscillator looks like this on the MACD at least, right? Yeah, so hard to say. It's like it's not a cipher, bullish cipher. It's too whacked out on A and B. Either way you look at it, whether you anchor from here as A or here as A, it's whacked. So, but yeah, the common sense, critical thinking, that makes plenty of sense, right? The level for a bounce, but that was a reaction. Certainly no sort of confirmation at all, really, right? So. Cool though, sushi to Ethereum, no idea. Starting to get you are at a value area. 70% sale on sushi to Ethereum is value, right? But it could go deeper in its value based on what we know about XABCDs, right? Okay, next one. You want QNT on the daily? Here we are, QNT on the daily. Rising 3 methods. Sorry, dude. If you wanted a Rising 3 methods, the candle would have to close literally in 45 minutes at $57. That's not happening. Like, it's almost a certainty that will not be happening. Yeah, he's talking about one candle that rallies, then 3 red candles that are contained within the first one, and then the fifth candle engulfs pretty much all 3 and closes higher than the first candle. That's a Rising 3 methods bullish continuation pattern. This is certainly not it at all, and won't turn into one. It won't be one in 44 minutes. But look how interesting. Look where you are. You can talk about critical areas, dude. QNT, $49.88, $50 roughly. It's trying to hang on. So, but it's so close, man. So you were asking about a daily pattern, but major hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hour. Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, it's very real hidden bullish divergence. I agree. So stay above this, and good things could happen, right? If you stay above 50 long enough, you could run up to $70. $69.98, $70. Okay, that's the area to watch on QNT. Okay, if you get above that, you can hold. It's a very real possibility because there's no other support resistance, you know. Besides, I guess what it just manufactured around $65. It probably sold off because of Bitcoin. You know, it's probably just the macro dragged it down. Like some of these coins would be doing exceptional if it wasn't for Bitcoin. This one would probably already be at $70+. So very nice. Yeah, crazy range, a beautiful range. You're trying to break out, so you're at an inflection point where they could either hold here and rally to much higher levels, or not hold and then dump to much lower levels, probably 35 bucks. So big ifs. Jagga, the point of charting it is someone paid me $20 to look at it, so I looked at it. That's the point. And we talked about value, so to somebody, at least one person probably got value out of that analysis. So, you know, you can throw me a chart or a request, and I'm gonna try to educate inside that analysis somewhere, you know, even at sushi to Ethereum. Dude, hyped on water, dude. Yeah, you're right. I mean, hey, I can do whatever I want now. All the requests are out of the way. So, yeah, dude, I mean, come on, right? Look at the arrows still there, Jacob, man. Duh! It's like the most legendary chart that exists right now, I would think. One of them. I'm talking all markets, all charts, everything. Water was probably like the best ever, right? Double bottom, major double bottom on the daily at the pattern completion zone of the bullish Gartley at a major congestion area that goes all the way back to maybe yesteryear? I thought it was, maybe not. Hold on. To yesteryear, yes, 2016. Yep, that's it, man. Like, eventually, waters go into 180 and then 250. Okay, yep, and probably higher. It'd probably go higher based on the context of where the harmonic is. Remember, there are good places where harmonics can develop, mediocre places, and then there are legendary places where harmonics develop. This is in a legendary context, potential legendary context. I said potential because it hasn't become a legend yet, and it will in time if the TA is respected. $41 minutes, chat. 1 hour, 15 minutes live. You're enjoying the live stream, the like button, the bell, the sub. We got 1,542 in here. We got 500 likes.
Well, you look at the new paradigm with Altcoins on HoneySwap and Sty. It's playing out exactly like you said. It's sitting right at the first T go down.
So, Joe, dude, if you want to look at it, we can. Sure. Try to make it educational. Okay, I mean, you were warned about water when, man? Like a month ago, 2 months ago? I think you were warned about it on the first low too, you know, I think Christmas time. So eventually, dude, patience. It's just one, it's a portfolio holder. I mean, it's just like one's like, oh, I've made an investment in WTER. Like NAT, I've once made an investment in NAT, collecting dividends along the way.
We look at it. I'm hyped on there.
What's up, Nero, dude? Thanks, man. Leroy Jenkins for the 50. Good, you're hyped on water. That's, we're gonna become the Discord's gonna go from money printer technical analysis to water technical analysis, dude. Okay, hyped on water. I agree. All right, we're gonna look at that.
Bow to your sensei.
Whatever that thing was. AGVEWXDAI. God. Oh my God, it's on HoneySwap, dude. Is this real? Look at this. Where is the data? Yeah. Maybe it got purged or something. It's at a critical level. Yeah, man. It's at a critical inflection point. Like, right, the March 5th high, March 29th low. Now it's at May and it's sitting there, right? Oh, is that a wedge, dude? I don't know, man. Is that a wedge on whatever this agave token to XDAI, which is stake coin, dude? I think. Can't even believe I know that. Almost embarrassed. That's a nice little falling wedge, man. That's a cute little falling wedge. Pretty, very pretty wedge at the critical support. That's pretty cool. I kind of like that. I mean, like, you know, I don't like whatever this is, this asset per se, but that's pretty interesting, right? when you have a big markup and then you come to finally try to backtest the major old resistance as support, it's not really holding very well, is it? It's kind of falling below it. But, you know, definitely could say you're diverging kind of on the 4-hour RSI and maybe the MACD as well. I mean, you're definitely diverging. So this could be an interesting spot. Let's, like, I'm not saying take action on it. I'm just saying, hey, for the sake of education, let's see what some variables that are coinciding. Let's see what happens. You know, we don't have to. We don't have to go long on it. You know, we just look at it and say, hey, man, I'm trying to apply traditional technical analysis to whatever this crap is.
It's the fork of Aave on the sidechain. The lending platform goes.
Stick. What's up, Isaac? What's up, Matthew L? Too many bids? 40K, 38K? You say they get front run? Oh yeah, of course. I mean, dude, below 40K, dude, it's over. Like you're going. I mean, you could very well see 30K because there's nothing there. Like it's like 35,000 is only really kind of a psychological support resistance. So, you know, yeah, dude, I don't think 40K is bad. Breaking 40K is real bad. I mean, breaking 42K is bad too because it's like kind of a range that was created this year. You know, a low point. So let's see, chat. Let's just see how this wedge is finally back testing a major level as support. Let's see, and there's divergence. Let's see if it plays out, right? Not saying to take a long on it because guess what could happen, right? Say it fails and dumps because who knows with this thing. But then you got like something like this going on, you know, where it could go much deeper. That's a that's an 886 then. That's a bat. I mean, this thing could go down to 472, I guess, dollars or something if this doesn't hold. Like that's, it already broke B, which is the bad action magnet move, right? You don't want to break B because when you break B, there's a probability that eventually this thing will see the 886, if not just the 786, definitely the 886. So just be careful on it. I mean, there are just arguments for obviously lower risk, higher value areas for a long based on the XABCD, but at the same time you got a wedge, you got some divergence, and you got an inflection point from March 5th. So just things to think about on this one. Okay, that's it. That's your target if it does not hold $600, 472. Good. All right. Gartley on Link. Link's interesting. You know, some people would argue Gartley. I think it would make way more sense on Link for a bat pattern. Here's my idea here. Like, yeah, there you go, dude. Like, Link's just, it's holding on to a really critical area at $35. $35 is the high from right here, from February 14th and the 20th, right? It's holding that. It's bouncing off of it, but, you know, Bitcoin's just not really going anywhere yet. So, to me, it's like the initial high to low to high, right? XABC, 50% retrace, making you think that the bat is kind of real. And why would the bat make so much sense? Because if you zoom out and you look, dude, how perfect is this? This really nice uptrend this asset's been in truly since, like, you know, Christmas time. The 88% retrace lines up with that demand line like perfectly, like TA Tetris, right? But, you know, at the same time, I like that. That idea seems like the lowest risk area, but other patrons brought this up, and they're not wrong at all. I'm not saying they're wrong. They chose this. They chose these as the anchor points. X, A are the same, but then B becomes the 61% retrace. C becomes the 6. That's fine. And then they said 786, which is the Gartley, which is not an invalid argument. 786 at a very powerful congestion area or inflection point could very well be where a reversal occurs, but it has to have, Bitcoin has to reverse too. So if Bitcoin dumps, you got a better chance at 35.50 or so. If Bitcoin reverses here, this might be it. Think about Bitcoin could rally, short-term relief rally, so as this makes a lower high in the previous high and sells off again and eventually sees that 33.50 area, right? Anyway, yeah, I mean, things to think about, right? What a stream so far, man, right? It's like a mixed bag of intrigue, emotions, uncertainty, Bitcoin, you know, selling off 42,547 at its lowest point on this candle so far. It was there just a few moments ago, starting to rally a little bit, and just at least it's not at its lowest point. There's still 32 minutes, you just never know. This is an area, this is very critical, man. Like, just going back to it since I've been live over an hour, so just a logo on the 8s, man. Okay, dude, cool. Just at an area, man, where you know it's very critical. It's just the bottom, right? It's like the lowest point. It's the lowest swing lows that ever existed in the year 2021, right? That low point created February 10th. That low point created February 28th. Before that, though, there was there really a low painted? I guess there were lower lows. Okay, in late January, excuse me. I'm not looking at the daily. So, but that should tell you, though. I mean, after these levels, where are the next swing lows? They're down here. And so if you truly are going to break those levels, just think about Fibonacci from this low to all the way down here, late January to the all-time high. Where are the value areas? 32,900, 36,500. Those are value areas from that swing low. What's up, Nick, dude? We can look at OGN if you want. So you gotta think about it like that too, right? Where I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Like this is an area that would make sense for a short-term relief rally, right? The rally occurs, it ends up making just a much lower high than the high from May 8th, right? Shows up on the daily as discernible as a lower high, one peak, a second peak, and then a third peak, right? And then eventually it rolls over again, and in a month or two, you're coming down to these levels, and that could be like just a mega XABCD, right? Where you just think about what it'd be. It'd be like another just, that's like kind of a shark there, like 886. Whoo. I mean, that could be in store in time. Obviously, I don't want that to happen. I would prefer that Bitcoin hits the 618, where it is right now. Right, for the first time, it's hitting a 61.8% retrace, the golden retrace, and that's it. We never see it again. But that's very wishful thinking, and that's like, I'm not here to say that's going to happen. Okay, gotta think about it like that. That's where we are, though. At least we know we're at a 618. Okay, so there's a 61.8% sale on Bitcoin from its previous major discernible swing low on the daily from late January. You got that, and there's divergence that's very real. I mean. Still, like, all that has to happen is the Bitcoin just keeps selling off, negative momentum continues to build, and then it's like, oh, good fake out, nice joke, dude. The divergence didn't happen, right? So
XRP to BTC pairs looking fireman awesome. My wife says hi, lol.
What's up, Isaac, dude? Tell your wife I say hello as well. Cheers. And yeah, XRP to BTC. I mean, a lot of BTC pairs are looking fire, or they did, and they played out. They're playing out, and yep. And then and like Cardano. Cardano was a great example. It was like people would ask the question. I think Ethereum to Bitcoin looked almost identical to Cardano to Bitcoin, and so it was like, okay, that just means that Cardano to the US dollar can outperform Bitcoin, and it certainly did. Look what it did. It went to all-time highs at like almost 250. So we'll just, oh yeah, I gotta go to that one. Hold on. It's terrible, man. It's just, what do you think has us bleeding out like everything else, man? Maybe it was a dragon. Nope, just kidding. It made a lower high. Just 200 moving average was resistance. It's awful, man. It's like correction, right? You had the big run up, and now you're correcting, right? What happened in 2017, 2018? Oh, spoon, man. Florida Bitcoin gear. That's right, Spoon. Thanks, dude, for purchasing the classic tank top. Yeah, remember, if you are going to Miami and you want to hang out with us, right? The Citadel peoples, let Brad Fisher know in a PM in Discord. Okay? Let him know. We don't want surprises, right? We know there's probably going to be a surprise anyway, but we would prefer we know you're coming so we can, hey, Eric Coffeen's going. Okay, we know he's going, right? We know that Moonboy's going. We know Logan's going. We know Brad's going, right? We want to know. Okay. All right, so you're thinking about OGN. Think about this, man. From its lowest low to its highest high, what's going on? It's exceeded a 61% retrace. So minimum, dude, where this thing's probably headed, or it may not be headed there, but you understand rationally, the only place that makes too much sense for a long, in my opinion, is like 55 cents on OGN. Okay, it's correcting. It may bounce before then, but it'll bounce, make a lower high, and then dump again, and then maybe we see it. Because it's like, there's an 88% retrace down there, and it's a critical old high that has never been back tested before in history. So, okay, come on down, correct, and back test it for the first time ever, and at the same time as a back test with confirmation, you get a deep value area, an 88% sale on OGN. Let's go, dude. So I'd be waiting until there, and if it never gets there, I don't care. I don't want to touch this crap. There are thousands of assets to look at. One could own WTER instead of OGN when it's correcting after the asset from its lowest point, let's just say, in January, ran up and appreciated in value 3,264% in 86 days. No thanks. Let this correction it might last a couple more months. It could last a while, so I would be waiting for much lower levels where value is more perceived or perceived better. Okay. Sorry about your S-Coin, dude.
Clipping coupons in the stock market.
Okay. So it's like, I was scanning today, doing things, and we're looking at some of these altcoins. So let me just take a look. You're going to be maybe rewarded a little bit for sticking around this late in the stream, an hour 31 minutes. There's 1,700 plus of y'all tuned in. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the potential value that you might get. First one I really like is KNC. Oh my god, dude, KNC. Remember that time there was a beautiful textbook bullish shark pattern at a congestion area that played out like the Jesus? Hit almost two targets. I mean, pretty much did hit two targets. It was so close, right? Before reverse with Bitcoin. And now here we are again. We got another structure. We got a bullish bat pattern. Shark. Well, it's a bullish bat into a bullish shark into another bullish bat. It's harmonic season on KNC. Congestion area. What is that? 250. That's big time, man. February 2021, but you go back even further. I think that was it, though. Yeah, it created new all-time highs. So, not saying it's going to play out here, because you never know. But my God, if that's not a value play, right? I mean, that's critical thinking that will get you ahead in this world, right? An asset that loses 88.6% of its value, and at that 88% retrace, it actually happens to line up with a perfect congestion area. And at the same time, if the trends to remain true, bullish, you make a low on price, you make a higher low on price, you make another higher low on price, and then you make another higher low again on price if we're running again. So it may end, right? This could be it. It could have been a daily major double top, very real possibility. So these things don't always last, right? This could have been it. Could be done now, and it could be going down to 186 and below, right? That's a very real possibility too, but the trend is very, very bullish for now. I'm just telling you, you're at a very critical area where a reversal could occur, where divergence could mature and actually play out. like ICX, very similar to ICX. Okay, KNC. Not perfect. I mean, it is a technically a perfect structure, XABCD structure. It is, and it's textbook. But man, you got Bitcoin. You got to pray for Bitcoin if you want these altcoins to play out. They're there. They're presenting themselves. But doesn't it almost always feel like this? Oh man, everything's so shaky, dude. I just don't know. It felt kind of like that on April 23rd on these altcoins on Tezos. Everyone was just like, I don't know, man, but it was an 88% retrace. It was at a critical support. It was showing divergence. I mean, it was showing all the things that Litecoin September 23rd, 2020, same thing. People were questioning the trade setup, right? Like, I don't know, man. Are you sure about this? It's like, am I sure about it? It's just doing the same thing these assets always do, and then it pumped, and it's, it went up like 300% from there. So, okay. What's up, B-Glue? Polygon? I mean, you got a ticker like Poly to something. Like a Pokemon, dude. That causes seizures, right? Some of y'all remember that. Real ones will. Polygon is Matic. Okay, well then whatever, dude. We already looked at it. So, we looked at Polygon. Matic, dude. But for real, some of y'all know what I'm talking about, the Pokemon, right? Okay, so that's it, KNC. What's another one? I freaking love it. I think it's so nice, but the best laid plans of mice and men often go awry when Bitcoin craps itself. Okay, that's the quote. On Ocean. Ocean, the same thing. $1 psychological support resistance, right? Congestion. 88%. Look, in a very real uptrend, even where the structure is developed is higher than the low from February, late February. Bitcoin's not doing that. So it's a higher low harmonic than previous discernible major swing lows. Nice. Above $1. Bullish divergence is there, at least on the MACD and the 4-hour. So of course it could fail. Yeah, Bitcoin fails, it's done, dude. It's going down to 71.67 cents. Party's over, right? But if Bitcoin doesn't crash, capitulate, draw down more percentage points. I'm sorry, 30% in 7 days is pretty good. That's a pretty nice drawdown. And here's another argument. From that low from late February, from the low to high, what's going on? 88% retrace where this harmonic's developing. That's so good. That's like there's value within value. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because you're using different anchor points for Fibonacci, and a harmonic itself is like the epitome of value perception. So from this minor low to the XABCD low, 88% retrace, but also from this low to this high, another 88% retrace. So value on Ocean. Okay? Does that make sense at all? Anyone? Yeah, Big Glue, we looked at Matic, man. Bull pull, bull flag. Certainly high premium. 400, you're paying 400, or it's like a 423.6% premium if one was to long now on Matic or Polygon. Okay? So no value. Literally the inverse of what we're looking for. Dude, there's nothing wrong with a bull pull, bull flag. It can play out and it could go nuts. $700, $800, right? Plus. Again, you're playing the numbers game. I really think you're going to have a better time not looking for continuation patterns as much as you're looking for value patterns, value plays. This is value. Okay, that's just, again, you can do your own thing, man, but okay. Yeah, valueception, exactly, PETA. Bruges. Just small bread. Barry Gaisling, right? You know what I'm talking about, PETA? Gaisling? I can't even say it, man. I'm not Dutch. Okay, we got less than 20 minutes till your daily candle close. Good to see Bitcoin's not just, there's just been days recently where it'll just, the last hour of the day, it's just like, I think Saturday, it was terrible. Saturday, it closed at its lowest point, I'm at that pool party, and it was carnage. I was just like, don't look at Bitcoin price, enjoy your Saturday. Yeah, you got to. Thinking about cake. Was cake good? I can't remember, cake or bake. I'll show you another one, dude. Another one that's crazy. It looks, it's better than this in ways. In some ways, it's better than Ocean and K and C. Because these are all now finally getting to those value areas, but the value area is not good enough. We like confirmation, don't we? We want confirmation lows. This is the reaction low level, where it hasn't even really reacted so much yet. ICX did react on high volume. This one hasn't done much anything yet. So we want confirmation. What asset could be showing us confirmation at a value area like this? Maybe I'll show you right now, and it's up 3% today. Right, theta to the US dollar, bullish, textbook bullish, cipher pattern, one valley, second valley, with divergence on the oscillators. Of course, right? I mean, you talk about this takes a turn for the worse. This could be going way, way lower. It could be in the middle of a correction now.
XRP, come on over.
What's up, 619? Thanks, dude.
Is that a joint?
Best rule, keep it the same as it was. Keep it the same as it will be, I guess you could say, right? You want to, it's just like static, right? Whatever position you decide to allocate, make sure you keep it the same. When you start having different position sizings, that's when it gets real bad, right? Because you can have the best looking trade setup in the world that will fail, and you allocate too much capital to it because it's so good looking, and then like blue. Well, FDA trials or they said it caused cancer. Destroyed. Or whatever. Elon farted in a tweet. So position sizing. Make sure it's the same as before, and what the next trade will be stays the same. What's up, Ali? Thanks, man. Looking forward to it. Appreciate the consideration, man. Thanks for the 1,650 people not turned in, maybe turned up. We're like, what? We're like less than 30 likes from 700. We were close to 1,000 yesterday, man. We had like almost 2,000 watching too. Oh god, I forgot to do that, man. I forgot to pin it. Brad, my bad. I thought I did it. I don't know. I spammed it. Discord, join the Discord link here. Oops. Join it or be destroyed, right? Perfect. Alright, so theta, like, again, I don't like this whole lower lows now, lower highs. The correction could be in full force, and it could last for months. Right after a huge buying climax and a double top up there, it could be coming to bleed out. It could go all the way down to like 250, 420 again, man. Like, it could very well happen. This is the beginning of the correction, maybe. I'm just talking about something like, just like this, just outside the box, right? It's like this, like a huge pullback, like much better value areas, deep value areas, like major ones at much lower prices. And that's the case for a lot of these altcoins, and they very well could end up bleeding out if Bitcoin wants to crap out more, But I'm just saying the short term, right? Short term value, maybe a double bottom with divergence at the PCZ of a harmonic, right? That could propagate it to rally, and it may not. It may not continue a correction. This is where it could pivot and rally to $15 again. Okay? So it's not our job to know exactly where something's going in the midterm, long term, but you can take your shot, and if it plays out, great. good yields. If it doesn't, you get stopped out, and that correction continues down to those levels we talk about. We'll reassess and come back to it in a month or two, right? Look at that. That's kind of like a free one. You know, not free, but it's like not part of the request stuff because Bitcoin dominance I should have looked at anyway. Just forget about it sometimes, you know. It's terrible. It's like great for altcoins. I figured like Bitcoin dominance getting devastated like that isn't bad. I think it's like market participants have become comfortable with the bullish trend we're in and have decided to not just be in Bitcoin, but to allocate into other coins. Right? It's like, who wants to just sit in Bitcoin when altcoins could yield you much greater returns? Like, oh, Bitcoin from here, you know, like if you want to double your money on Bitcoin, this thing has to go up to over $80,000. What? But like some of these altcoins, that's not even the case. So that's probably what yield, right? On, you know, an asset Bitcoin, it had such a spectacular run. It ushered in the entire bull cycle for everything, you know, because it was because of Bitcoin. So. And we're just in a different stage of the cycle. And so let's look at this just for fun. This isn't. Don't even worry about it. Don't even judge me on this. Okay, but just think about. We don't have to use a harmonic, but it's an X, it's an A, it's a B, it's a C, and what is it? It's a D, and it's an 88% retrace. I'm eyeballing it, right? It's got to be like right at it. It is. It literally touched the 88%, or almost did, right? 39.9%. So you're I'm not saying like I don't even know how Fibonacci actually works, you know, on something like this, because people are not literally buying and selling Bitcoin.D, right? But if Fibonacci was real, that would be extreme value for Bitcoin dominance, right? Where a reversal could occur, I would assume. And it's near that critical support of 39% back from May 5th of 2018. 3 years, man. Multi-year lows. So at some point, this major markdown will eventually reverse. What better place than an 886? Link is expired. Oh, Brad, you hear that? The pinned link is expired.
Noise!
Is that fake news?
Top Mitch, can you check on MDT/used? Also, a year without pizza is a year not lived. Pew pew pew.
Well, it's true, but I broke it at that pool party. It was the first pizza I ate in over a year. It was good though. It was good, you know. Link is not expired. Get wrecked, Gaslighter, in the chat. Okay, so understand where we are. The deepest of deep. The Mariana Trench retrace. Okay. Stupidly oversold, you know, like 12 on the RSI. You've been there many times. I mean, you've been much lower. What's the all-time low here? All-time low on relative strength index was 5. You got to 5 in March 2017. Good. That was when like the ICO boom happened. That was when all this new coins got created, you know. So deep value, I guess, on Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, it sucks, dude. I mean, like, what do you do? Like, you know, Bitcoin kept dumping, right? I mean, it's not over yet. It's not dead, but not dead at all. Like, it's still, like, right there. I mean, 88% retrace could turn into 113% retrace. You know, the shark is different. You know, it's got two different PCZs. So anything between an 886 and 113% is still, like, a fine shark. You know, so it did, maybe it's one low, maybe a confirmation low is coming on. What's going on? Oh, you tipped me an XRP. So there's something wrong with the 1UP coin. All right, whoever you are. Thank you for tipping me $30 worth of XRP. I appreciate it, man. Unsung hero. It's XRP and XLM that have bugs and issues.
Pizza, slice of pizza.
What's up, Jetty?
Is that a joint?
How was That was British pizza. I've never had British pizza before.
Mitch, can
Thanks
you
for the
look at
pounds.
Algo? Thanks for the TA.
No, we haven't looked at Reef, and we haven't looked at Algo. Sure, yeah. Reef's just range bound stuff, man. Sideways. Forever.
Please, man. Still catching up on stream.
Thank you, dude. Sure. Sure and sure. So MDT, it's hit that 4.7 cent area, which is what? It's just this. It's that low from April 24th. So I don't know, man. There's definitely bullish divergence from one low to the lower low. I mean, until, like, you know, Bitcoin just says, nope, I don't care. No one's going to buy me. I suck. I'm going down to 35, 32K. This will fail. Like everything else, bullish will fail. Any idea this bullish will fail, if Bitcoin dumps. But, you know, impending price action reversal for now is kind of trying to be implied on MDT at that 40 or that 4.7 cent area, which is that low. So it's not dead yet, but man, you just pray for Bitcoin. That's all you can do at this point. Sharkception, yeah. I looked at Reef today, and it's just, good God, man, just like at this point, you know, there's no ascending triangle idea anymore. Like, there was some nice demand line. It broke, though. When Bitcoin got wrecked, it got wrecked too, and it went to, like, kind of the bottom. It was like the high from December 29th when it got listed on Binance. So it's like, if that's the case, man, you're just between 2.7 cents and 5.4 cents mega range. So what does that mean? Like, the best area of value is going to be 2.7 cents for long. That's it. Even an X, A, B, C, D would make sense down here, like 2.7 to 2.9 cents. So it's almost impossible to strategize taking along right now at this current time on Reef, right? Yep. Whoa. Jason FOMO.
Hi, Mitch. Is Hex on the list?
No, we can look at it though.
Noise!
So Meta Observer.
Hey, possible to check out AVAX, holding a bunch.
We can look at it. I looked at it today. It looks like a lot of distribution going on at an inflection point. Or, you know, it'd be awesome if it held. But if it, we'll look. So unfortunately, you know, it's not like KNC. This is not like KNC right now. This is not like the other ones we looked at. You know, like not even the MDT. It's not at a value area, and it's really hard to strategize along. So I would try to wait for 2.9 to 2.7 cents down here. Sorry, man. They're not always going to be winners at that current time that you requested. Now, the whole point is that I'm hoping that you apply the teachings I instill here going into a request, meaning like you've already analyzed the chart and now you want just that affirmation or confirmation, and you also want everyone in the community that's watching to benefit from it, you know. And that's like, it's the reciprocity. It's like we all work together to find amazing setups, and if it had to start with me for the education part, happy to do it. And now it's snowballing, right? Now we have all these people looking for the same things I taught at the very beginning. And it's like a well-oiled machine, man. I love it. Nothing about this sticks out as good. Algo, range-bound asset between what, like 88 cents and 180 or 171, right? I scanned through this one too, right? If anything, it's like Reef. It's like you want to see 99 cents a dollar. That's like where you'd want to be maybe taking along, right? It's in the dead middle of a trading range, dead middle. So if you're in the dead middle, really tough to strategize longs, because it's always like this. This is what could always happen. You made an XA, you made a B, you made a C, and now D time, right? 886, 786 down here at like $1. So that's like the thing. You just, in my opinion, like it'd be better to wait for lower risk areas. And that's the way it is. It's not all homogenous, right? I mean, this market right now, because again, I showed you some amazing ones at perfect levels that could be really good, that could play out. Bitcoin could kill it, of course, but there are other ones that are not at those deep retrace value areas like Algo and Reef. They're just not there yet. Okay, Hex. It's not a, I mean, the trade setup's active. The target's eventually 9.7 cents. So one target already got hit at 4 cents. And the entry was 1.1 cents. So I think it looks fine, though. I mean, anything above 4.1 cents is amazing, right? That candle open right here. Anything above that's fine. I mean, a rally like that, a pullback, consolidation makes all the sense in the world. Eventually, hidden bullish divergence argument's going to become confirmed at some point. I mean, if it holds like this is not bad. But it's so illiquid, man. I just toned along on a Hex, dude. It's crazy, man. What happened? Look at all this volume that came in beginning on the 16th of May. Ever since then, it's just been like all-time highs every day on volume. What happened? Influx of... I don't know. So yeah, maybe pivots here, but I'm not in a position to be like, oh, great time to take a long on Hex, because it's not a strategic support resistance. It's not showing classic bullish divergence on the 4-hour, you know. The entry was 1.1 cents and it's at 4.9 cents. So what do you want from me? I mean, you should have been here on Hex, March 23rd. Okay, March 23rd, dude. Like, what do you want from me? 1.1 cents. I even tweeted and said hashtag Hex, dude, after posting this. And then it was just like, oh, okay, whatever, dude. Like, okay, whatever, dude. So if you're looking like this, I got nothing for you, man. But yeah, if you're asking just, hey, are we okay? Yeah, Hex is fine. Hex is in really good shape. No big deal. See you at 9.7 cents eventually. Probably. Yeah, maybe it's a bug or something. I wouldn't put it past this chart. Down 10% today, like everything else, just about. Most things. Yeah, a lot of blood in the streets, but as we're looking, there could be opportunity depending on what Bitcoin does, right? Could be. Awesome, Jason, dude. Well, you win. You broke my jar. Alright.
Thanks for reviewing it. I bought in at the entry. I just wanted to see if we were okay still.
We okay, man. We okay on Hex. Thank you, dude. So, AVAX, another one of those. I don't know, man. It's a sudden inflection point. You know, it's a very strong congestion area. You know, that $32, $33 mark. But, like, lots of distribution going on with a base of buying. Why does it every time it bounces, it just makes a lower high? Every time, like clockwork. So it's like distribution eventually. Where would value be? Value would be on AVAX. You know it, man. We have a new day upon us, by the way. Oh my god, it'd be like a perfect Gartley down here. 786, man. I'd be waiting on AVAX for 25 bucks. I'd be so blessed to get that. You know, it may never happen, but it's not about that. It's not about if it ever happens. If it does, we're going to be ready. We're going to know it. It's going to be there. And that's the 141.4 for the extension as well. Man, that'd be perfect. Down near the lower part of the range. Dreams could be made there, right? That could be beautiful. Then it could be like a confirmation of accumulation down here, right? A low, the lowest low, then a higher. It'd be like cream almost if VAX could get down to 25 bucks again, okay? All right. A new day, chat. Let's go to Bitcoin. You didn't get obliterated towards the end, so thank God for that. Still at a major inflection point, and still the chance that there's bullish divergence in development. They could eventually play out. They could give you a short-term relief rally, which could be great for some of these altcoins that are showing some opportunity potentially, right?
Critical area lead us. MACD triple double bottoms a real thing. 0.007556448EH.
What's up, dude? Oh, I don't know. We can look. Whoever tipped the XRP, who were you, dude? Oh, okay. You wanted to look at Lena coin. Sorry. Yeah, we'll do that after these. After just the local news, I just go back to Bitcoin and just look at it because the daily candle close. Let's look at that daily candle. How ugly was it, man? It was real ugly, man. It was just like a crap load of selling, but did not get a candle close below the inflection point, which is at $43,000. But it was certainly the lowest candle close on the daily since February 7th. So a little bit of shorter term history is being made right now, right? It's a lower close than you saw February 10th, a lower candle close than you saw February 28th. Not good. It's like bad. It's like gross, man. Just really hard, like, to be like, I mean, it's just not a good, it looks awful, doesn't it? I mean, like Head and Shoulders, you know, making your lowest levels in multiple months. Candle closes lower than the lowest one since before this is the Tesla pump, right? Something like that. The Tesla rally, you know, they announced that they had acquired 1.5 billion, but we think they bought down here. They announced it, and then just that's when it just kept going. Now we're on the other side of the fence. 200-day moving average, so close, man. 39,700 change. And the bullish divergence is very close to not even being a possibility anymore, which really sucks, man. God. One more day of badness, and it's not going to be a reality of any kind of possibility. Yeah, no one's buying Bitcoin. No one's been buying Bitcoin since May 9th. Imagine Asia actually buying today. Be crazy. Yeah, Lena, I would just get it out of your head for now. I mean, I get it, but it just bearish engulfing candle, all-time lows, lowest candle close of all time, and lowest wick of all time. That idea of maybe potential bullish divergence, nope, sorry, dude. Negative momentum's now building again. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, you just... Lena, you know your target is probably on this one. Fib extensions, Lena's probably in time. Could. I mean, you're thinking 5 cents, a 1272 fib extension. Minimum. All-time lows. Literally now, as I'm speaking to you. Well, we'll see. It's not always about the breakout itself, right? It is always about the fall through price action the asset receives after the confirmed breakout, which has happened. This has just occurred. So maybe if like market participants can just get right back above 6.9 cents, hey, we'll speak differently about it. But for now, you have a confirmed breakout, bearish breakout. And if you're talking about, there's nothing else looking left. All we have is fib extensions, and it's 5 cents. No thanks on Lena. I would rather look for something making very clear, discernible, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows for a long time, which we got plenty of them on altcoins. So Lena's just trash from the get-go. Chi-Chi, are you projecting? Because I'm extremely happy. Sorry, you're sad, dude. Chad, do I look sad? I feel like I look extremely normal. Weird. People trying to gaslight. What's up with the chat trying to gaslight today? Gross. So that was for you, you lone hero. It what? No, it said it. Cypher Pump. Thank you, dude, for the 20 XRP, dude. Okay. Oh, I do not look bothered. You're literally just trying to gaslight, dude. I'm extremely happy, cool, calm, collected. Rich, I'm good, dude. Are you okay?
Bullish divergence plays out on BTC. Do you think there will just be a relief rally, then potential bottom out at 38k?
The bullish, you think there'll be a relief rally? Yeah, that's very possible. Yeah. No, exactly. We talked about that at the beginning of the stream. Like, where, hey, maybe catches a relief rally here. It rallies. It goes up to 50k to test it on the daily as a resistance over time, and it just makes a good third confirmed lower high than the previous high. Yeah, and then dumps down 38K from there. It's just a slow going thing, man. It doesn't have to go straight down. You lose 30% of your value in 7 days, though. Can you really be surprised if a relief rally, the short-term relief rally occurred after 30% drawdown in 7 days? You just can't be. You can't be surprised at all. And it's nice to see total. Like, total, it held, man. It's still inside the channel, man. Nice. All right, next one was, I think we looked at it yesterday. It was too easy. Yeah, we've been here before, but unfortunately the last time we were here, today, confirmed, we made a lower candle close low than that last time when it was too easy. So again, maybe it rallies here, but a short-term relief rally for a lower high before lower lows to 38 and below that probably. Okay, let's see. Oh, Super Trooper is talked to all of Asia, and they said they were going to buy. Sweet, dude. All right, thanks for the update. All right, chat, you hear that? All of Asia is going to buy. Kappa, it's a joke. Oh yeah, and you looks okay. Kind of interesting.
If 38K holds, would you then think sideways action for a few months?
No idea, man. Right? No clue how it's going to play. All right. I'm here to find like swing trades or position trades, right, at value areas. I'm not into if it gets to this level that's not happened yet, what will happen and how much time will go by. That's just not how my technical analysis works. There might be other people that have like a system where I can tell you the time. You know, it's like. What's up, Meta? Sorry, I'm like lost. Yep, CRV. We'll look at it. Yeah, this is a local top. You mean a local bottom? It could very well be a local bottom on Bitcoin, like local, and it's like short-term bottom for a relief rally before a lower high, then another dump to lower lows. So yeah, man, we're just looking at NU. Which is this candle high close on the 4 hour from December of last year. It's like one bottom, a second bottom. Are you double bottoming? I don't know. I mean, potentially. Potentially trying to double bottom. Nice, really nice. It's just like it couldn't get to 32.6 cents, the daily candle high close from December 4th. There's very real bullish divergence in beginning or trying to begin its development on the MACD histogram. One bottom, second bottom for now, but there's no Japanese candlestick reversal or anything. And if big ones are selling off, then this thing's just gonna keep selling off, and it probably see 32.6 cents, which would make a ton of sense.
Localize on top of this.
Not only that, you just talk about correction and deep value areas. You know, like anything above this little zone here is pretty powerful. Below it, though, you don't have much of anything. You have very little support resistance until maybe 23.9 cents, and that could be like, you know, X, A, B, C, D, 886 stuff. I mean, that makes plenty of sense. So. And even if it does double bottom here, it may not be done. Like if it goes down to 32.6 cents, it could still be a double bottom. It would just be a lower low double bottom. So I mean, you're getting close to an inflection point. It hasn't even tested it yet though. So I'm just kind of like, normally you want to test these things first. It didn't test not once nor twice, but still good. So there's normally the combination of variables you want: a critical ice line from history with one bottom, reaction low, and a confirmation low. And on that confirmation low, sellers are implying they're exhausted, which is what the MACD can show us, or the RSI. And it's working on a combination of variables that could be promising. That's what I'll tell you on NU. Sorry. what type of CRV you want, man. You want a Honda CRV, you want a US dollar CRV, or you want a BTC CRV? Dude, CRV, the US dollar, crazy, right? It's like, it's just that high from late August last year. That's been a sell wall, and you've had just premature breakouts. There's attempts to break out and you fail, and you're just right back in that structure. Accumulation with a sell wall for now. Still making higher lows. Like, is that what you were asking about? You said curve.
Hi Mitch,
Meta.
could you take a look at the daily BAT/USDC chart?
We can look at BAT, which BAT was one of those that was, it looked, soon maybe good, but not quite good enough. It reminds me of Litecoin a little bit. It's like just, I think it's 618 retrace. Like Tron, same thing, kind of like 618. They're not at, it's not like KNC. It's not like Ocean or ICX or whatever. Not as good. Not quite there. But yeah, we can look at BAT. So CRV, I don't know. I mean, like, until further notice, still extremely bullish looking, you know. That's what I'm talking about. BAT's just not quite there yet. It's so crazy though. Look at this. Isn't this insane, dude? Let me show you. It's better on the 4 hour. Isn't that nuts, dude? I mean, it hit the 786, 108. So here, remember 108. It's so important, dude. Like, most important thing ever, kind of, on the Binance chart, right? This is your old 2017, 2018 high on the daily. You can't, 4 hour, it's weird. The wick is a different price. Right here. The date was January 7th or January 9th, 2018. $1.08. You never saw those prices again until years later. And there we are. Here we are. We're below it right now. We're below 108. We just barely engulfed technically. And there's no edge really yet. I mean, eventually there could be if it gets down to the 886 or lower. But yeah, it's 786. And so you want to recapture 108. You got to get back above 108, man. But this is what I'm talking about. It's like, if you're going specifically by like B and C and you're actually sticking by the rules, it is not at its pattern completion zone yet. It's just not there. The 886 is it, not the 786. It's not a cipher. It's not a Gartley. It's a potential BAT. So 94-cent pattern completion zone. You get above 108, you hold above it long enough, that's a crazy inflection point where it could go nuts again. It could go all the way up to like 140 again. That's it on Batman. It's okay, but there are definitely some better looking ones than Bat right now. Marginally. You hear that? Some random guy we've never seen before said the sell-off correction's over, and he said to buy now. Wow, dude. He promised, chat. Okay, then. It's time. All ended. So Ethereum, remember, so close. Trying to hold that little demand line we plotted. That divergence is trying to develop. It's trying so hard. Stay inside the structure. You could, at this point, probably anchor 1 and 2, and then maybe 3 or something, and have a channel, like a downsloping channel. But the wedge is still holding up, man. We did it, man. I've been live 2 hours and 12 minutes. If you're enjoying the live stream, that like button, that bell, that's up. But that's it. Thanks to the 1,500 people still here, and thanks for the 810 likes. Dude, you understand we could get 1,000 likes right now. Like, literally. In 3 minutes, we could get 1,000 likes. And do it. Do it for Bitcoin holding an inflection point so that some of these altcoins that are at serious value areas can play out. Like KNC. We need Bitcoin so KNC can go to moon. It's perfect. It's better than BAT. It's better than all these other ones. It's amazing. KNC's at the spot to be at for a major reaction and eventually maybe hopefully a confirmation low. Funny guy, funny, what, like a Muse UTS? Funny like a clown man? Goodness. What a start to the week. So crazy, man. It's like that. The Mitch Ray impersonator scammer always spams everyone in the comments on my YouTube when I'm live. Every time. I've noticed it. It's like this Nigerian guy who just waits for me to go live, and then he starts contacting anyone who comments on my previous YouTube streams. He'll like say, "Thank you for your comments. Hit me up on WhatsApp." I don't have WhatsApp, chat. If anyone ever tries to say they're me and they say contact me on WhatsApp, they're scamming because I don't do WhatsApp, okay? That's simple. You're hearing me right now. But feel free if you want to, if you have WhatsApp and that person contacts you, feel free anytime you want to go and troll them as hard as you want. Go troll them, dude. Waste their time. Make them mad. Act stupid and waste their time. And if you're tech savvy, find their IP or, whatever. And then, be like, "Hey, I know where you live," and be like, "I know you live in blank."
Is Bitcoin playing out taxable?
Scare them a little bit, dude. Why not, dude? Why not? They're terrible people, and they do it that's their job, dude. They're like, "I'm going to my 9 to 5 to provide for my wife and kids. I just gotta go scam Westerners." Trash existence. Lowest tier of human. God, it's like I would prefer you, instead of ignoring them, you troll them. Like, whatever, at this point. I'm so fed up with it. Okay, so not much more can be said besides you're at levels where a reaction very well could or should occur.
Hey, good look at you and I.
Is Bitcoin playing out textbook wide distribution? Oh, I don't know. If it is, it's at the bottom of the range, so you would maybe see a relief rally to create a lower high, and then maybe last point of supply, on that lower high. If you want Nero, sure. Wow, we're like only 80 likes from 1,000 now. It's so easy. So easy to do that now. Oh yeah, is that true, man? Yeah, Uni's nuts, dude. What a freaking uptrend. What a crazy uptrend. It's like, in ways, it's very similar to,
I would buy a Mitch-rated NFT just to get access to your music playlist.
Oh yeah, is that true, man? I have a bunch of different playlists, so it's just like, there's not one single playlist. If you've noticed, like, it's like, instead you can just watch a stream and tip me like you just did, and it's like, hey, it's not like I'm not live for 7 days a week, pretty much, like almost every day. I think I've taken off maybe 2, maybe 3 days this year. So Uni definitely looks like it might be at the bottom of a channel, right? A demand line. Dang, man. That's pretty perfect, isn't it? And so at that level, you could say maybe some sort of harmonic. How deep's the retrace from the previous low? Die. And you're close, man. 30 bucks is that 78% retrace. Shoot for 1/8 though. Dang, man. It's almost like Gartley territory, isn't it? Just imagine this playing out or something. 786, just a little bit below you. Imagine that. Imagine that harmonic playing out in an uptrend like this. That would be legendary. So the pattern completion zone for Uni on a bullish Gartley would be like 31 bucks. I don't know if you'll get there because of the demand line. I mean, this is a zone possibly where someone could be layering in incrementally all the way down to that PCC, because who knows if this is such a strong structure and it can't break out below it. I mean, that might be it, dude, you know? It's as deep as it goes because it's a demand. That's where buy orders are. Lots of them could be there. Beautiful, though, isn't it, Uni? Butterfly on the 4 hour. A little too deep, right? It would be a deep crab for that wick there. It's like a 90. It's too deep for even a deep crab, right? And that PCC would be like a 1618. It'd be lower. So I don't know. Way too early, payback. Way too early, man.
Is that a joint?
Dude, we just started the new day like 23 minutes ago. Nope. Way too early. But yeah, it's almost now or never. It's almost like today or never. If you have like another bad day of selling, like including today, if it's bad, there will be no chance for bullish divergence. So it's like, yeah, you got to have a really nice green day today, so that negative momentum begins to wane. It stops waxing. Okay, UNI. Pretty amazing stuff, isn't it? What a trend. What a friggin' uptrend. Gorgeous. At a very critical support where it could bounce to. No real edge or anything on the 4 hour. No edge yet. So oh, we did it, man. Got through all the requests, which the requests have been coming in over the course of over 2 hours. Like 2 hours, 21 minutes. Oh, what a day, man. 38 likes away from 1K. We could do it, man. And if you do decide to troll the scammer and it's funny, document it so we can look at it, so we can laugh at it, you know, and be like, oh, you got him pretty good, man. Wow, he sent you mail and had to spend $3 on postage. Nice, you made him waste money. That's amazing, dude. Sorry, if you're wondering, I'm literally I'm reporting all the spam stuff from the scammer. Okay. Jeez, dude. Crazy. He works so hard, too. Every day. It's like, think about all that effort he puts in. He could put it into anything. And he just chooses to be a career scammer. No, like, morally bankrupt, dude. Psychos. Made it. Alright, sweet. Got through all his crap. Of course, people do send them money. Yeah, I know. Like, that's what they're banking on. Like, the newest market participant who's older that doesn't get it. I mean, Scott Carney's harmonic indicator showed it, right?
Hey, Mitch, I know
It's not deep
this
enough,
is
right?
the
It's at
end of
100%.
this
It's not,
request is more
he's
for
talking about this
confirmation.
one, you know,
Could
it's
there
like,
be
oh, it was a
possible
cyber, now it's a shark.
on
Is
the
that
BTC?
right here?
Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, a shark, you'd feel a lot, it'd be a lot better probably down here at PCZ. The deepest would be like 40,500. But yeah, I think Scott Carney's indicator or whatever, it's 100%. So, I mean, sure, it could be it, man. Between 886 and 113%, it's in the middle. There's divergence. Dude, again, maybe XABCD, but is that what you're talking about? Are you talking about here? This is far too deep. This is an XABC, and that's a 1.4 fib extension, so that's not the shark. Yeah, imagine he could spend his time learning technical analysis. It's crazy, dude. Okay, man. We did it. Wow, thank y'all. Thanks for the 1,000 plus likes on the stream today. Y'all are amazing. And it does help with channel growth and algorithms and recommending my channel to people that haven't seen the stream before. So that's like why you hit the like button, and it's fun. You know, I'll do it common cause together, but it's actually really good for growth of my channel, which I've had a really methodical growth going on. All right, we're good, man. So you get it. I hope that I've been able to articulate enough what's going on markets, potential inflection point, or it's definitely an inflection point, but a potential short-term reversal area on Bitcoin where the 4-hour RSI MACD are trying to show some seller, a little bit of seller exhaustion. You had a 30% drawdown in 7 days. Even if the correction's not over, you still get waves, and waves come to an end and new waves begin. Last time we had a 30% drawdown, there was a huge 61.8% retrace before dumping again, so we might get another one of those before dumping again to eventually 38k, 34k. Will I hit 100k subs or Bitcoin? Probably Bitcoin, I guess. Yeah, probably. What's up, Mighty Rusky? Well, tell your friend I say I appreciate him recommending my channel, because I don't monetize, I don't advertise, you know, it's just word of mouth and recommendation on YouTube, SEO and stuff, so appreciate that. Well, we already looked at X today, but I mean, I guess it's like whatever at this point, late in the stream. I can just go back to it for a second, but if you wanted a full in-depth analysis the first time around, you can just rewind. But Hex, man, target 9.7 cents eventually.
Can we check out Hex? Woo.
No bearish shark on the daily. No bearish shark. You can't have a bearish shark when the asset's at multi-month lows, right? I don't see why posting my channel on anyone's webpage would be against. I don't know why we would be against that. I mean, if you want to, by all means, you're free to advertise my channel on your stuff if you want, assuming it's not a weird, like, I don't know. I mean, hopefully it's relevant to crypto or something, so people are, you know, whatever, man, you know what I'm saying. Hex, eventually, 9.7 cents. The entry was 1.1 pennies. The asset's first target was 4.1 cents. It hit it and exceeded it, and it's still above it, and eventually will go. The target still is 9.7 cents. So you've already secured funding on one part of the trade where you appreciated about what you got 300% gains on the first target of the trade set up, and we're talking about 9.7 cents eventually. Eventually, it's on the daily. It's a different wig. It's stupid. It's like, oh. So yeah, that's it. And hidden bullish divergence of the 4 hour could develop once it pivots here. It looks like it's trying to pivot, so it could continue soon. Down sloping consolidation after a big markup. Yeah, man, 9.7 cents eventually. That's all I can say. Yet you're well off a reasonable smart money entry. You'd be having to play. You'd have to, if you were going to try to participate in Hex now, you're having to start to join the not as smart money, the dumber money.
This is an extended super chat message from before.
Bearish shark on the daily for Bitcoin. Yeah, no, it's what you said though. But it's like, how could there be a bearish shark on the daily?
Can you check Hank?
Bearish shark on the daily. Bearish shark on the daily. I don't know how you can have contextually a bearish shark on the daily right now. If anything, it would be a bullish shark on the daily. Right? Again, like this. You know, that'd be a potential bullish shark on the daily. Right? 113%. That'd be this is bearish. Bearish shark on the daily right here, if you wanted, and then bullish shark on the daily here, right? Get it? Whoa, what the heck was that? I don't know how you can have a bearish shark in this context right now. You're talking about this though, aren't you? He's talking about if we pivoted at the inflection point, sure, maybe. We have no idea. It hasn't reversed to the inflection point yet, has it? Nope. He's talking about this. He's like, could this turn into this? Sure, it could.
The hasn't been formed, but potentially.
It could. But that hasn't, we have no idea yet. No idea yet, alright? If it begins to reverse here and we start a new wave, hey, it's possible, man. There you go. Hey, Alex, did I do okay? Is that what you're talking about?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
There's a hacker on YouTube that specializes in tracking scammers. If we can get the scammers' email and telephone, they will set them up.
Please do it. I give you full authority, autonomy, permission to have that guy wreck this guy, this person, probably from Nigeria, who every day impersonates me, and try to get him on all platforms. On Instagram, Twitter, there are impersonators of me too. So whatever you want, man, do it. Make it happen. God, they don't have Golden Flake, Louisiana hot sauce, pork skins, pork rinds. They never do. So ridiculous. Those are the only ones I like. Dude, if you haven't had if you like pork rinds, dude, the Louisiana hot sauce ones are like the best ever, dude.
Yes, thank you very much. Just started to learn harmonics because of you and wanted to make sure I'm seeing things right.
It could be right. At the same time, it's far too early, right? So good eye, but it's the wave analysis that's what we're talking about, right? That's what we're saying. Like, it's not a good or strategic area to be selling your crypto or going short, right? It's just not. I don't care if it keeps dumping. With all these things that could be going on down here, it just draw down in 7 days 30%. I mean, it's just, what? Like, this is where a new wave could begin, like he was talking. A new wave could occur, but it may not even get up there. It could run up, 50%, go to 52K, 50K, whatever, backtest this old low as resistance, 49.6, and then dump again to double bottom, or then run down to 35K, whatever. Continue the correction. Sure. We know it hit a 1414 fib extension from the previous low to high, so there's a lot of confluence down here. Okay. So still, like, this is the one, man. Like, this is if things are gonna reverse here, this is your ticket. This could be your ticket, ICX, man.
Sup, Mitch? What's up with DGB?
Oh, I don't know, dude. I've just been live for 2 hours and 30 minutes doing requests. Thank you, dude. We can, AP rules. Thank you.
Sorry for the late request, brother. Can you take a look at ./USDT?
I looked at Anchor scanning today. Yep, I mean, like, it's like it could reverse here. It could, but how strategically amazing would it be on Anchor if we could get to the actual textbook pattern completion zone of the potential bullish bat? My God, the 886 lines up with the congestion area, right? It's so perfect. But yeah, it's like, the question is, how the heck can the asset get down there with such strong forms of divergence where it is now at the 786? Yeah, that's a good question, man. It's maybe it's never going to get there. You know, it's like really good bullish divergence development on the MACD, and that RSI has been showing it, right? Like that. That's just great divergence. One bottom, maybe a second one. So it might just be one of those where it can't get to the 886 because it's, I don't really know what it's holding, you know. Never even technically touched the 786. So at least that, but I mean, I'm just saying, right? Isn't that perfect TA Tetris on Anchor? If it could get down there, it will get down there. Bitcoin dumps, but okay, that's cool, dude. So there you go, Anchor. It's not quite there, not quite to where we want it to be, but it's on the way, and very well could see it, especially if Bitcoin craps out today, which has been a very common thing lately, right? DGB. Well, it was in that crazy parabolic uptrend, wasn't it? Then topped out. But now it's kind of like fallen out of the range a little bit. Yeah, definitely, like, I don't know. I mean, depending on the wicks or something, I guess you're still in it. But looks similar to a lot, right? Where it's an X, A, B, C, D, but it's like 88% retrace, I guess. Bullish bat. Yeah, I guess it's a bullish bat. But you got to think, well, at 9 cents has never been back tested ever, right? Like Bitcoin's never back tested 42K. So yeah, maybe you got an XABCD going on. Maybe you did, right? Just like a lot of the other ones. Oh, that'd be a 786 then. Ah, it's too deep. The 786, this would be a Garley because of the 618 on B, but it's still like 8. It's 100% retrace pretty much, right? So too deep to be calling it a harmonic at this point. It's not. It's like, it's too deep. Well, yeah, it's definitely like at a, right, if you're talking about a rectangle between 10.5 cents and 16 cents, it's like at a bottom, isn't it? It's at a low point. So, I mean, like after all this, just, these are definitely areas where assets bounce, right? That's it. Okay. Guys, there's like a lot of congestion here, man. There's a lot, like this support here from April 5th. You're right around that area. You know, it's been tested multiple times. So this is definitely not a good area to be shorting, right? This is an area where a reversal very well could occur to the upside. That's it. Okay? Did break the parabolic trend. Still making higher lows than the previous lows, right? But there you go, man. Definitely a bullish divergence going on, just like many other altcoins. So, hey, guess what? Bitcoin rallies, catches a relief rally. Guess what? DGB is going to catch those bids too, get above 10.5 cents, and very well could make a deep retrace to 15 plus cents. Again, all right, like others will be rallying too. Dot, not really in a good, I mean, it's not really in like a strategic entry spot, you know. This is one that like kind of bucked the trend a little bit for a while. Was looking, I mean, it was perfect. It was like a bat pattern that kind of went, no, it was a sharp pattern, kind of went a little deep, hit like a crazy ice line, right? Like this February 23rd low. It hit that perfectly and just went all the way to all-time highs. $50. I think it was like almost touched psychological $50, and then you had the all-time high from April 3rd, and April 17th, they got tested up, thrusted, now you've sold off. So you're below the $40 mark, which you really want to be above. That's a congestion area. Get above that and I'll feel better about it. There is some hidden bullish divergence argument in development on the MACD. God, strong, man. Okay, so look at it like that. Pending price action continuation above the 200 moving average too. Get back above $40 and you'll probably run up to $50 again. Pretty nice little uptrend going on. A lot different than many other assets, you know. It was nice though. It was like an inverse head and shoulders developed at like a deep retrace, you know, the end of an XABCD. That's what you always want. It's ideal.
Love your show, Mitch. Can you take a look at CRO/USD?
Price on subdued. If you want. Right, like a demand line at this point, you know. Little demand line. Hold above that long enough, it'll get above 40 and go to, you know, at least $45, $46. Not the lowest risk area, obviously, is like down to $27. So it's not, you know, again, like we've identified today assets that are at entry levels for a swing trade based on multiple variables. This isn't exactly, I mean, this is a way one could size it up, strategize kind of, hey, just having a stop maybe below like this candle low close from May 12 or below this little demand line here, because one would be playing the higher lows and the hidden bullish divergence, you know, but it's below where it needs to be above, right? It's just testing it after failing. Failed to break, well, it broke it up, thrusted, and sold off, and now it's back testing as resistance. You got to break back above that, man, right? God, I gotta find another exchange. I don't even know, man, which one's gonna have the most debt on Crow. Hitbit's pretty good. Why? Because I have all the data on it still. Jeez. Nice double top up there at a 1414 fib extension. Get wrecked, Crow. Beautiful while it's playing out.
Just so you know, most of my requests are we still good asks and not looking for entries. Love your work, man, and appreciate you a lot. Still learning protocol after all this time, surfer.
You'll never stop, man. You'll keep learning every day. Well, hopefully. And if you're not, you gotta find a way, right? You gotta find a way to grow. Like, I just like, oh man, I just couldn't, like, a nightmare is like, you get a career job, and you stop growing, but you keep getting older, but you keep doing the same thing every day, and then you get to, well, I got to a point where I'm like, this is it? This is all life is now? Nothing more? You gotta find change, man. Anyway, so Crow below a critical 18-cent area that you needed to stay above. So going into maybe another deep correction. Look what happened on Crow. March 2020 ran up and then it sold off 88% of the way. Man, that's exactly what we identified this structure. It was beautiful before it went nuts. Just go back in January, December. And yeah, it's really just like sometime in January, just go to one of my streams and look for it, man. Where when someone asks for Crow, we look at it like, dang, man, this thing is like, momentum is shifting at a deep retrace. That's exactly what you're looking for real. And unfortunately, this market's marked up so much that it's like you just can't get many of these opportunities anymore because they've all played out. So it's like, where were you? You know, you're like, you're here late. So what do you want? What do you think you think would be good here? Another deep drawdown, another deep retrace from the low to high, and then an 88% retrace, 78% retrace down here. And it'd be a high, a low, a higher low, and maybe another higher low, you know? Until then, it's like, good luck, man. Good luck trying to decide. This looks terrible. It's like, you know, you dumped, you rallied, much lower highs confirming than the previous highs. You dumped again, and now you're just sitting here as a base of buying. And it's like, if that breaks, dude, look out below. Oh yeah, dude, look at that. It's that low from September 10th. Below that, man, really bad. Really, really bad, man. Talking like very well could see 10 cents. Yeah, that'll be the target. You break 14.3 cents, you're going to 10 cents in time, most likely, on Crow. Pray for Bitcoin, that's all we can say. And thanks for the 1,200 people here. Thanks for the 1,073 likes. All right, the hype is died. Well, I don't know, man. Like, people lose interest the later I get into the stream. I've been live 2 hours 44 minutes, so definitely overtime now. So I will leave y'all to it. Thank you for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. I'll be back. Till next time, respect the T. Hey.
My name is JP. I'm a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
And then, just like that,
Adios, turd nuggets.